Hey guys, it's Matthew Shaner. So it's been a little while since I made a video, but something came up for me, and I knew if I didn't take a car video, I probably wasn't going to sound off on it. So, um, was at prayer ministry this last weekend at church, and one of my sisters in prayer mentioned dependency on the Father, obviously, and so um, that kind of blew something up for me right then and there, and so I'd like to share it. So for years, and I've seen this in books, I've even seen this in a Stephen King book, where he talks about, or I'm not pointing at Stephen King, and I certainly don't read Stephen King at this point in my development, but yeah, I remember getting this little nugget of wisdom of psychological wisdom that talks about the development of the human person. So we move from levels of dependence to independence to interdependence, and that's kind of where the tiers stopped, right? And so I operated with that understanding for a long time. Uh, frankly, I operated with that understanding up until this weekend. And then when my sister mentioned something about dependence, it got real big in me. And it was like the veil went whoop, just a little bit more. So yeah, when we look at the study of fallen man, that's what the rungs look like, right? But there's one more tier in the kingdom. There's one more level in the kingdom. And I didn't get this. You guys, ugh. And so, yes, as children, we're in this place of dependence upon our parents. We're in this place of dependence upon all the adults around us. And then as we grow into preteen, early teen, teen, and frankly, some people never grow out of this place, we go to independence, right? Which we want to be independent. We want to stand on our own 2 feet. We want to be financially solvent. We want to move through the world on our own, right? And this, frankly, is where a lot of people stop. And then beyond that, we get to a place where we can trust. So say we're working on a team at the office, and we get to a place where we can trust that projects given to other players will be done, right? And so we begin to work as a team. We begin to work more as a family. We begin to work more as a church. But we recognize that we're not hands, feet, ears, mouth, we're not every part of the body. We start to step into a place of rest and knowing that other pieces will be done by other people. And there's a peace in that, right? So that's interdependence, where we grow into, supposedly, hopefully, whether it's in a married couple, whether it's in a school, whatever it looks like. But then kingdom living offers us one more layer. And we know this because we saw Jesus walk it out. We know this in the Gospels. He came to a place of complete obedience and trust in the Father. He only said what the Father would have him say. He only did what the Father had him do. So there's this, and we know that he didn't amass great wealth for himself. He wasn't charging after the things of the world. He didn't look worldly, unlike some of the pastors that we see out in the wild these days with their big cars and their jets and their all this. That's not what Jesus looked like. That's not what his ministry looked like. And so, yeah, let's recognize that there's a fourth level to human evolution, if you have it, human growth. And it's beyond interdependence. It's back to dependence, but it's not dependent upon others as much as it's dependent upon the Father, right? So we we come to this place of interdependence, and if we stop there, we're just going to kind of work God into the corners. We're going to work God into our lives, And that's not, we're to we're to die to self and pick up our crosses and follow Jesus, right? So it doesn't mean stuffing him into the little corners of our life while we push forward with our own agendas, our own calendars, our own to-do lists. This means laying down our life and letting him live through us, right? And so that's where that's what got blown up for me, is just, and it seems real simple intellectually, but it's a heart job. This whole gospel thing is a heart job, guys. So you can know a lot about Jesus without even knowing Jesus. Unfortunately, I spent a long time there. So, but as I get to know him, it's good. Oh, it's so good. And so, I would just like to add that fourth level of human development, of human walk. It's not just moving from dependence to independence to interdependence. There's a fourth level, and that is dependence upon the Father for all things. Kingdom dependence, the way we were intended to walk in the garden, in full dependence upon him. I think that's what we were designed for. All right, guys, that was it. I hope this was good. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.